Good morning, children. Today we will discuss about quadratic equations. So what is a quadratic equations? The equation which is in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It should be in the form of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Such type of equation is called a quadratic equation. Here x is variable of this quadratic equation. Here a comma b comma c, so these three are called coefficients. Here the value a is not equal to 0, so these a b c values are taken from the complex number sets. Complex numbers. So complex numbers means these should be in the form of p plus qi or p minus qi. Here p comma q, both numbers are called real numbers. Okay, p is called real part of that complex number and q is called imaginary part of that complex number. Here I value means its value is equal to square root of minus 1. So you can learn these complex numbers thoroughly later. Just you have some idea. Complex number means that should be in the form of p plus qi or p minus qi. So here a comma b comma c values are the coefficients of the variables. So they are taken from complex number set. And here a value is not equal to 0. It is called also called leading coefficient. Suppose here one example, x square minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. It is a quadratic equation in the variable x. Now here I can take 2x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So it is also a quadratic equation in the variable x. Now 5x square minus 7 is equal to 0. It is also a quadratic equation. So by depending upon the coefficients a comma b comma c values, so the quadratic equations are classified into some types. Let us see the first one. If a value is equal to 1, then the equation must be in the form of x square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Such type of equations are called monic quadratic equations. QU means quadratic equation I am taking. Suppose here b value is equal to 0. So then the equation must be in the form of ax square plus c is equal to 0. So this type of equation is called a pure quadratic equation. Okay, now so what are roots of a quadratic equations? Let us see. Here I am considering the quadratic equation x square minus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. So I am going to replace a value of x is equal to 1. Then we can get 1 square minus 5 times of 1 plus 6 is equal to 0. That implies 1 minus 5 plus 6 is equal to 0. That implies 6 plus 1 7, 7 minus 5 2. So 2 is equal to 0. So here this is a not balanced. The x is equal to 1 not satisfies the given quadratic equation. So therefore x is equal to 1 is not a root of that equation. X is equal to 1 is not a root, of that quadratic equation. Suppose here I am going to take x is equal to 2. If you substitute x is equal to 2 in this equation, then we can get 2 square minus 5 times of 2 plus 6 is equal to 0. That means 4 minus 10 plus 6 is equal to 0. So now here 0 is equal to 0. This is true statement. So x is equal to 2 satisfies the given quadratic equation. So this x is equal to 2 is called a root of that quadratic equation. Similarly, x is equal to 2, x is equal to 3 is also a root of this quadratic equation. So what is meant by a root? That means here a complex numbers alpha is said to be root of a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So here I am taking ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A complex number alpha, this symbol is called alpha. A complex number alpha is said to be root of above quadratic equation, root of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 if a into alpha square plus b into alpha plus c is equal to 0. A alpha square plus b alpha plus c is equal to 0. Then we call alpha is a root of that quadratic equation. So every quadratic equation, its degree is 2. The degree of the quadratic equation is 2. So it has at most 2 roots. The quadratic equation has at most 2 roots. Okay, so these 2 roots may be equal, may not be equal. Those 2 roots may be equal, may not be equal. Those 2 roots may be real roots, may be complex roots. Okay, every quadratic equation has at most 2 roots. Now, what are the methods available for finding the roots of a quadratic equation? Factorization method, The second one is completing square method. And the third method is formula method. So there are three methods available for finding the roots of a quadratic equation. So one is factorization method. Already you know how to factorize a quadratic polynomial. Suppose a quadratic polynomial is taken here. So that is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. It can be factorized as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta is equal to 0. So it can be factorized as a product of two linear polynomials such as x minus alpha and x minus beta. So if the product of two terms equal to 0, then equate each term to 0. Then x minus alpha is equal to 0 or x minus beta is equal to 0. Then x is equal to alpha or x is equal to beta. So these are the roots. So the method in which we are finding the roots of this quadratic equation is called factorization method. So for example, I am taking a monic quadratic equation, that is x square minus x minus 12 is equal to 0. So if you want to find the linear factors of this polynomial, first we need to multiply the coefficient of x square 1 and the constant term minus 12. Find this product. So now this product is equal to minus 12. Now you need to find two numbers such that p into q is equal to minus 12 and p plus q is equal to the coefficient of x, that is minus 1. So you need to select such type of numbers. So these numbers are nothing but the factors of 12. If you write all the factors of 12, so that is 1 into 12, next 2 into 6, next 3 into 4, and 4 into 3, 6 into 2, and 12 into 1. So I wrote all the factors to 12. Here the product is negative here, 1 into minus 12, that is negative. That means if you subtract these factors, then we can get the coefficient of x, that is minus 1. Okay, here 1 minus 12 minus 11, 12 minus 1 plus 11, or 2 minus 6 minus 4, 6 minus 2 plus 4. Here 3 minus 4 minus 1. Okay, so these are the suitable numbers. 3 comma minus 4, 3 comma minus 4 are suitable numbers. Suppose here if coefficient of x square a and the constant term c is multiplied, you got a positive answer, you got a positive number. Then you need to find the factors for AC, factors for AC. Try to find out a sum of those two factors, okay, to get the coefficient of x. In that case, here if you got the negative, so find out the difference of the factors of AC. Okay, so and in one case you may get the coefficient of x. Okay, here the suitable factors are 3 comma minus 5 minus 4. After getting them, we can write it as x square minus 4x plus 3x minus 12 is equal to 0. That implies take x common, you can get x minus 4, and take 3 common, you can get x minus 4 is equal to 0. So that implies x minus 4 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So that implies x minus 4 value equate to 0, then x value is equal to 4, and x plus 3 value equate to 0, then x is equal to minus 3. So these two are called roots of that quadratic equation. Roots of that quadratic equation. Now let us derive a formula for finding the roots of this quadratic equation. Why? Because in some cases we cannot be able to find suitable factors. For example, x square minus x minus 1 is equal to 0. If you take this quadratic equation, so x square coefficient is 1, and the constant term is minus 1. 1 into minus 1 is equal to minus 1. So here we must get the coefficient of x, that is minus 1. So p into q value is equal to minus 1, and p plus q value is equal to also minus 1. So we need to find such type of numbers, but here we are unable to find those two p comma q numbers easily. So that's why we are deriving a formula for finding the roots of this quadratic equation. So this method was introduced by Sridharacharya. Okay, so now let us derive the formula. Now the given quadratic equation is here ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So divide both sides by a. Why? Because here a not equal to 0. Then we can get ax square divided by a, first term, and the next term bx divided by a, and the third term c by a is equal to 0. Here a get cancel here, x square, and this bx by a is written as 2 into x into b by 2a. So that it is in the form of 2 into a into b. So transfer this plus c by a to other side, it becomes minus c by a. So now if you add both sides by b by 2a whole square, add b by 2a whole square, then x square plus 2 into x into b by 2a plus b by 2a whole square is equal to this side also b by 2a whole square. That means b square by 4a square minus c by a. So if you observe the left hand side portion, so it is in the form of a square plus 2ab plus b square. So it is a perfect square. So it is the square of x plus b by 2a whole square. Now simplify this right hand side, 4a square and a. So the LCM is 4a square. So now let us find the first term in the numerator. So take the first fraction, that is b square by 4a square into the LCM value 4a square. So here this 4a square cancel, I got here b square. So the next we are subtracting, so minus symbol we can get. So second term means take the second fraction c by a into the LCM 4a square. So this 1a get cancelled, we got 4a into c, that is equal to 4ac. So that is equal to 4ac. Now x plus b by 2a, apply square root on both sides. X plus b by 2a is equal to square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 4a square. So now x plus b by 2a is equal to, here 4a square, it has square root, plus 2a or minus 2a. Two possible cases we can get here. So plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Now transfer this plus b by 2a to other side. Then x is equal to minus b by 2a plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. That implies x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So these are the two roots of that quadratic equation. Here the first root alpha is minus b plus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. The second one is minus b minus square root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. So in this way we can able to calculate the roots of the quadratic equation. In this way we can able to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Now let us find the roots of this equation. So find the roots of 2x square plus 5x plus 3. x square plus 5x plus 3 is equal to 0. So here the a value is equal to x square quotient, a is equal to 2, and the b value is equal to 5, and the c value is equal to 3. Now the roots formula is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. Substitute a comma b comma c values. Then we can get minus 5 plus or minus square root of 5 square minus 4 into 2 into 3. Whole divided by 2 into 2. 2 into 2. So now let us simplify. 5 square means 25. So 25 minus 4 2 ja 8, 8 3 ja 24. So then we can get minus 5 plus or minus square root of 25 minus 24 whole divided by 2 2 ja 4. 25 minus 24 means 1. So its square root is equal to 1. So then we can get minus 5 plus or minus 1 divided by 4. Therefore the roots are, so alpha is equal to minus 5 minus 1 divided by 4, that is equal to minus 6 divided by 4, that is equal to minus 3 by 2. Now the next number beta is equal to minus 5 plus 1 divided by 4. So that is equal to minus 4 by 4, that is equal to minus 1. So the roots are minus 3 by 2 comma minus 1. So these are the roots of that equation. Now find the roots of x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So by using this formula method. So the given quadratic equation is x square minus x plus 1 is equal to 0. So now let us write a is equal to coefficient of x square 1 and b is equal to coefficient of x, that is minus 1, and c is equal to the constant number 1. Then the roots are minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac whole divided by 2a. So now here b value is minus 1. Here we need to write minus b. So minus of minus 1 plus or minus square root of b value minus 1 whole square minus 4 into a value 1 into c value 1 whole divided by 2a. So 2a means 2 into 1. So now that implies 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 whole square 1. So 1 minus 4, 1 minus 4 value is minus 3 whole divided by 2. Here under root we have negative number will be there. Under the root we have negative number is there. So this can be written like 1 plus or minus square root of minus 1 into 3 whole divided by 2. So the square root of minus 1 is I. So where I is an imaginary number, I is an imaginary number. So its I square value is equal to minus 1, or I is equal to square root of minus 1. It is an imaginary number. So here this minus 1 square root is equal to, I am taking as a I. So 1 plus or minus I into root 3 whole divided by 2. So now this can be written as 1 by 2 plus or minus root 3 by 2 into I, root 3 by 2 into I. So these are complex numbers. Here two roots will be there. So the first root alpha is equal to 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 into I. The second root beta is equal to 1 by 2 minus root 3 by 2 into I. So these two roots are complex numbers. So here the roots are the complex numbers.